Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to film this look for you guys. I was really inspired by the changing of the leaves, the foliage outside. I feel like everything is just starting to change. There's a lot of green, there's a lot of orange, and a lot of red. So yeah, I was really inspired by the foliage outside today, and this is the look that I came up with, and I just wanted to film a tutorial today for you guys. It is very warm tone, it is very green. I was just in the mood for a good green, smoky, warm toned eye today. I did use all Makeup Geek shadows, so I will have everything written down in the description box, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, if you want to learn how to get this look, then just keep watching. So first off, I'm going to take the Benefit Stay Don't Stray primer. And I've been loving this primer recently because I haven't been getting much sleep and I'm so stressed out at work lately, and this definitely just kind of cancels out my darkness, the veins all over my eye. It is just the perfect primer to get the job done. So first I'm going to take the Creme Brulee color by Makeup Geek as my transition shade with a E40 Sigma brush, and this is just going to go into the crease. I want this look to be very warm toned, so I'm just pretty much rocking that in my socket. Windshield wiper motions as always. And going back and forth with this brush is like just the perfect type of brush to get the job started. Next, I'm going to take Cocobear, again another Makeup Geek shadow, with the MAC 217 brush, and I'm mainly going to focus this just on my outer corner and just kind of building up that crease little by little. I'm not going all the way in with the first shade. I'm just mainly keeping this low and just on the outer crease per se. And I like to go back and forth with my original blending brush just to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. So to get this really intense green, I'm first going to take a color tattoo by Maybelline, and this is the shade Mossy Green, and it is a real pretty green, almost like a duochrome with a little bit of a gold reflex to it. I'm just going to take that on my ring finger and pat it on just the lid. I'm not going to take this up any further because I want the main focus to just be the lid. For a really pretty intense green, I'm going to take the Makeup Geek shadow in the shade Envy on a flat Sonia Keshik brush, and I'm just going to get the product on there. I'm definitely going to tap off the excess, and I'm going to mainly pat it on. I'm going to taunt my lid ever so slightly. I'm not tugging it by any means. I'm just wanting to get the product onto the lid trying to avoid as much fallout as I can, and mainly just kind of blending it ever so slightly. I'm going to blend this out all later, but I want the majority of the color to get on the lid first, and then I'm going to worry about the edges later. And having that base underneath really intensifies the green, because I really wanted to have the green mainly like, you know how when when the outdoor leaves change color, you have the really intense green and then they kind of change color, and that's what we're doing. That's what we're kind of replicating. I don't really know how else to put it, but yeah. And mainly get a little bit more of that Cocobear shade on that 217 brush again, just to blend everything out pretty much. Plain and simple. So I do want to intensify the outer corner ever so slightly. I'm going to take a Irish Cherry pencil brush with the shade Mocha. It's a nice real true brown color, just a little bit. Again, I'm going to tap off the excess, and then I'm just going to take that just on the outer corner. I want to just intensify this a little bit. I don't want this look to be insanely too dark, but like I said, just in the outer corner ever so slightly, and then yet again I'm going to take that blending brush and just kind of blend that out. From here, I just want to kind of clean up some of the fallout underneath my eye. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip, clean it up a little bit. Last but not least, I want to do a little bit of a brow bone highlight, and for that I'm going to take the shade Vanilla Bean on a Morphe 1B IB127 brush, and I'm just going to mainly focus this just on the high point of my brow bone. I'm just going to drag it in a little bit. And once again, just to make sure everything's nice and blended, I'm going to go back again to blend everything out. Take a little bit of MAC Brule on a Real Techniques like duo fiber brush. I really just want to warm up that crease even further, and you see how it just kind of gives like a nice light hue of orange. That is what I want. For my eyeliner today, I'm going to use the Inglot liquid liner. This guy dries matte and it's super long lasting, and I'm just going to do a little bit of a wing. This is gonna be really hard to do on camera, but I can do it. So for my foundation primer, I'm going to use the Clinique Super Primer, which looks like this. And I have been loving this primer a lot lately. I just feel like it works well with a lot of different skin tones and skin types, and it just melts right into your skin. And I'm just going to pretty much pop that all over. I feel like we can't see what I'm doing. Let's zoom in a little bit more. For foundation today, I'm going to use the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. I am in the shade Natural Beige with a Beige Cosmetics brush, and I have been wearing this foundation a lot recently. It is definitely one of my go-to foundations, especially for work, and I just love the way it lasts on my skin. I don't have to worry about touching it so much throughout the day. I feel like I want to do a first impression or like a review video for this type of foundation. So I'm just popping that on everywhere. And I feel like this foundation too would be really good for all skin types. It is oil free. I feel like it is very long lasting. I could definitely get through a whole work day wearing this guy. A natural beige matches me perfectly, so there's bound to be a color for, you know, for you. I'm gonna bring that down my neck, and it just looks so flawless. I love it. For my concealer, because we all know how I love to use two concealers, I'm gonna use the NYX Dark Circle Corrector, and I'm honestly just gonna use my finger to first apply it just on the dark circles, and then I'm going to go in with the brush. This is pretty much what I do on an everyday basis. I'm going to do the P84 brush by Sigma just to kind of blend it out even further. And you can already like see how it just brightens everything up even by itself. For my regular concealer, I'm going to do the Dream Lumi by Maybelline. I honestly just want to use as my brush drops. I honestly just want to use this up because I'm just kind of ready for it to be done. And I'm just gonna pop this on as I would every other concealer. I'm gonna take some too on my forehead, bridge of my nose, chin area. Oh, don't I look sexy? And first, especially what I like to do, I like to get things started with the same brush and just really using my fingers. I times use a bigger brush, but honestly, your fingers work the best. We are bright. I want to set my concealer, and for that I'm going to do the Makeup Forever little like travel-y size loose powder on a F35 brush by Sigma. This is pretty much, again, what I do on an everyday basis. I set my concealer all the time. I just find that it just lasts so much longer versus if I don't. So that's pretty much what I do. This is kind of like a tutorial of what I do on an everyday basis. Right? I think so. For bronzer today, I'm going to go in with an oldie but a goodie Nars Laguna. I love this bronzer so much, and with a Sephora Pro Airbrush number 55 brush. I just want to focus this really just in my cheek and temple area. I don't want to be too precise because I do want to kind of contour a little bit more. So bronzer first and then contour and then the blush and then the highlight. But this brush is perfect for bronzer because it's nice and fluffy, but it has a lot of hair and give to it. So it just blends out bronzer really easily. You can also use this for blush if you wanted to, but I just feel like it's just a better brush for your bronzer. I'm going to take that a little bit down the neck also, just to kind of give a light little like warmth to the face. Now I do want to contour just a little bit. I'm going to do the MAC Gimme Sun bronzer. It is on the orangey side, but I just really want to use this just to kind of use it because I haven't used it in a while. And one of my favorite brushes of all time, Holy Grail brush, the Sephora Pro Contour Brush number 79. Gonna top off the excess for that guy, and I'm mainly gonna focus this just on like the high cheek area, just to kind of give a little bit more definition and structure back into my face. And I'm just gonna pop that on and then just kind of blend it upward with that same brush. Just to kind of, you can kind of like already see how this is like way more, you know, my cheekbone's way more structured than this side. So I typically like doing this again on an everyday basis. I just feel like it just polishes out the look, you know, in a nice way. So I'm gonna pop that again on my temple area. For blush, I'm going to use one of my all-time favorite blushes. I can never say blush and brush. I don't know. Benefit Rockateur blush is one of the best blushes I have ever used. I just feel like it goes well with so many different looks that I do, either for work or my days off, and I can't get enough of this blush. I remember being like really hesitant when first buying this blush. I'm like, am I really gonna like it? I don't know. But I'm really happy that I did. I'm just popping this on my cheek area with the Sigma E40 brush. I'm literally probably using like my favorite things right now. Just gonna pop that on really lightly. It's just a light mauve like blush. I don't know, just something about it is just so pretty. So I do want to set everything first before I do my highlight. I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder with just a powder brush by Beige Cosmetics again. And I'm just going to focus this. I get oily typically everywhere, so I love powder. I personally like a very matte look, no matter what season it is. So I will powder everywhere. And for my highlight, I'm going to use Jaclyn Hill's Champagne Pop on a Morphe B4 brush. This, I cannot tell you how many Champagne Pops I have sold ever since it launched. I remember when this first launched, I literally had at least 10 clients a day asking for Champagne Pops. So Jaclyn Hill, if you are watching, I got you. And I'm just going to pop this on my high cheekbone area. It may be kind of hard to see because my lighting, I feel, is very white and it like washes everything out. But that is it right here. And I mainly only do these two sections. Sometimes I do a little bit more on work, but again, I like more of a matte look, so these are the only two places I will put my highlight. For lipstick today, I'm going to do the Laura Geller lipstick in Mocha Mauve, and this is a really nice brown color, if you could see that. And I do not put lipstick on like a pro. I can tell you right now. If you want to recreate this look, then be sure to tag me on Instagram with just put your makeup on. I would love to see any of your recreations. And I think that's all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of my videos. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for today. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye guys.